Park. Channel 4's Corey Sabin joins us now live with more on this story. Corey?
Rob, as you can see, it's pretty windy out here, and there were some rough waves. Add that with a rip current, and that makes the conditions more difficult. Time can move slow when you're stuck in the ocean, pounding waves pulling you toward the rocks.
The rip tide just kept throwing one of the guys up against the rocks, and I thought for sure he was gone. He is so lucky today to be alive.
Howell was transported to St. Luke's Hospital, a gash to his head, scratches on his body. It was almost evening, but where was Baxter? Finally, he was rescued by a Navy helicopter.
And I saw the one guy being rescued by the Navy helicopter. I saw him, throw out a thing, and he came on up and everything. He seemed okay.
It was just too much out. It was too rough out there today.
Baxter was taken to the medical facility at Mayport. Now, if these high waves continue tomorrow, it could make conditions extremely rough on the surfers. We're live at Huguenot Park. I'm Corey Sabin.
Now, if you have plans to head out to the beach, beware. Our beaches are under a riptide warning because of rough surf and strong northeast winds. And experts say you should always swim near.
Today, the pounding surf proves too much.
Waters were way too rough today. Nobody should have been out there today, really. Not way out there, no way.
The strong current pulled the men about 400 yards out to sea. For 2 hours, they struggled to get back to shore. Finally, one of the men was able to get back to the beach. But that's when he was thrown onto these rocks.
He had a huge gash in his head and blood all down, running all down his body. He was all cut up.
The other surfer had to be pulled from the ocean. A Navy helicopter lowered a line and hoisted the surfer to safety.
Both guys came out okay on a rough day, yeah.
Very lucky. They are very lucky to be alive today.
I am now joined by one of the surfers. Boone Baxter joins me now live. Boone, you were actually out in the ocean. You were the one that actually had to be pulled out of the ocean by a Navy helicopter, but you credit your friend John with actually saving your life. Why is that?
Well, it came to the point where one of us had to go against the rocks and go into shore to get the Coast Guard to come save us, and John was closer, and he surfed into the rocks and got banged up and then swam 400 yards into the shore to come get the helicopter to come get me.
So no one knew you guys were out there, and it got to a situation where one of you decided that, look, we've got to get back to shore or we're going to be in big trouble.
Yes, sir. That's we had gotten separated at that time, but he was closer, and he just hit the jetties and went over to the St. Johns Riverside and swam and got the helicopter to come get me.
Boone, was there ever a moment when you were out there that you started thinking, boy, you know what, I've been out here for 2 hours and I may not make it in?
Yeah, it sure was. That was happening pretty quick because we were swimming as hard as we could against the current and we weren't getting anywhere. So right from the beginning, that was the case going through both our minds.
Lucky to be alive.
Yeah, we sure are.
Glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Boone. Once again, the two men are both expected to be okay. The one gentleman is at St. Luke's right now going through a little bit of plastic surgery from when he hit the jetties. He was banged up pretty bad, his face, his chest, legs, and things like that. But he is expected to be okay. We're live in Jacksonville Beach. I'm Kevin Kennedy. First Coast News.
Glad to see this story turned out this way. Kevin, thanks very much. If you're in the water and the current is running north to south, it is important to make sure that rocks or other obstacles are to your north or upstream.
First